Alrighty, hello everyone. Welcome to this evening's live stream. Boeing Fan 727. Welcome back. Gonna just wait a second here as always. Just wait to get going. Just gonna load up the chat so I can view that in case anyone decides to come in. Alrighty, so we're gonna jump back into northwestern Maine this evening. Into the Carrabassett Valley Railroad. Sorry I'm a little late. I planned to do this about 7:30, 8 o'clock my time, but got a little busy otherwise with other things, so just gotta go through this process here. Never fun, never fun. Hey, Chicago 90270, how you doing, man? See how badly we can lag my system today. Doing alright. Just settling into the evening. Got a little bit of a sunburn this week at work. Actually, it was just, I think it was just yesterday. I burned on my arm pretty bad, but been a nice week at work. I got to see, I think 4 different 727-200 freighters this week at work, all for Kalita Charter. So that was pretty exciting. Looking at a computer as well that I'm planning to buy, not relatively soon, but sometime in the future. And that doing all right. So worked a little bit on the route this week. Nothing too major. I've really been spending a lot of time outside at work, so I really haven't done a whole lot. I did, however, come over to here because I'm not sure if you guys were familiar with this particular section of the line. This was about a 2.89 to about 3.01% grade coming down the hill, kind of paralleling the upper Kennebec. And it just makes a bigger issue for my engines coming down the track, particularly the GP15s. They seem to not do too well with this portion of track right here, especially with the old grade. So I smoothed it out. I think it's now it's still relatively steep, but in comparison to how it was, I just want to see how steep I made it. Let me see, get gradient. About a 1.80, which is about the smoothest I can get it right now, and it does a lot better than the 2.89 to 3.01% grade. But definitely is a lot smoother. And same thing over here. We went down a 2.64% grade down this little slope very quickly. And I got to actually raise the terrain up to match it. This terrain, or this right here, is a 1.17% grade. Like I said, it's still very relatively steep, but it's not as bad as it was. What else did we do, or did I do this week? I did some foliage work right around here. I'm still working on it because I have a lot of eastern pines and not a whole lot of variation. Made this little dairy farm over here. Put some cows roaming about. So I did some little bit of work over here on this farm. Didn't really do any work in town. Oh, I think I started kind of doing some texture work on the ground over here. I got kind of this area done. That was about it. As for that, there wasn't a whole lot else that I did. Nothing over here. But I did work right over here at the crossing number 1. Crossing number 1, which kind of revamped the road a little bit to this more narrower rural country road. Kind of made this little open field scene with a little farm over here in the trees. So you kind of come along and go down this country road right here and made it a little bit more curvier. It's not incredibly straight, but you come back and go through some thick trees and right off the edge of the map. So the edge of the map's going to be kind of hidden behind all the foliage and this hill. So you only really see... No, that tree's in the road. I'll fix that sometime. But yeah, from the train track, you only see the breach in this hill. So, it's very laggy, but hoping once I get a new computer, it won't be as laggy anymore. I am looking at a CyberPower PC Gamer Ultra Desktop AMD FX series with 8 gigs of memory with a 1 terabyte hard drive, changeable colors for the tower. What else did it come with? Comes with a 24-inch Asus LED FHD monitor, basic keyboard and mouse. What else? Windows 10 operating system has a AMD FX 4300 processor, 8 gigabytes of RAM with, I think there is another slot to add another 8 gigs of RAM, which I'm going to do. 1 terabyte hard drive, has a AMD Radeon R7 240 graphics with just a whole lot of stuff, but I'm also getting some speakers for it, but for a nice price of $699 before everything else. So no, I am not building a PC. I do not want to blow up my house or where I live right now, so we're not going to build my own PC. That's asking for trouble. I'm just, I'm very technologically illiterate, basically. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to buy a pre-built and call that good. So I didn't do a whole lot else up here. Hey Chris, how you doing? I have this little creek. There's this little creek that comes across. This is the North Branch Dead River. Comes through here. Gotta kind of it is what it is. But yeah, we got the North Branch Dead River that comes across the main line here, right as we enter the yard. I signaled up the rest of the track, so we got these signals here for the gantry. Doing all right, Chris. Like I said, like I was saying earlier, got a little sunburn at work. Nothing major, but just enough to make my arm uncomfortable. I think I finalized the rail yard in the last episode, but just added some freight cars in so you get an understanding and whatnot. So I've determined what I'm going to use each track for, because this is kind of the classification yard. So these two, can I zoom out just a little bit, please? These two tracks right here are used for Carrabassett yard, cars, anything going up to carrying. Preferably Chris. These two tracks right here are used for Carrabassett bound freight. So any freight that needs to go up to Carrabassett yard and its industries. These two tracks right here are for Frontenac yard up in Lac-Mégantic. And then these two tracks right here will be used for previously Madison, Maine's yard, but I'm going to change that to North Anson yard. We'll put a small yard in North Anson, Maine. So this will be North Anson yard. And then this track right here for local industries kind of within the area of of Eustis, Maine. Chicago. Considering I work for Southwest, yes, I'm very excited for the Max. But on the other hand, I am not excited for the Max. I believe the Max is longer than our current 800, which the 800 is a pain in my butt to load. Specifically from a standpoint, if you're taking a standpoint from me, we are very notorious for 20-minute turns. Hold on a sec. Chris, are you referring to me joining Rail? Because I didn't do that. That was Approach Medium, unless Chicago here did that, but myself have no affiliation with Join the Rail whatsoever, as far as I know. But what else? Oh yeah, no. So the Max is, like I said, as far as I can recall, is longer than the 737-800. So, like I said, we are very notorious for our 20-minute turns, where the plane lands and it's gone in 20 minutes. It's easy to load a 737, 700, and 300 in that time frame, but with an 800, it's a lot of bags, a lot of people. It's a lot longer turnaround time. You got two people up in a bin because you gotta have two guys in the rear bin, one sliding, you gotta throw the bag, and sometimes, it takes a little bit longer because some of the bags, get really, really heavy, and you can't throw them all the way from the rear of the bin up the slope of the rear of the plane. So it can be a pain in the butt. So, in one aspect, I'm excited for the Max because, it's a new Boeing. I've never got to experience this. I've always heard about, like when the Boeing 737 NG got launched, but yeah, from the other aspect, I'm just not looking forward to the Max at all, just because it's the 10 Max is actually going to be the 200, the 737 Max 200. I don't know why they decided to redo or bring back the 200 branding, but yeah, the 737 Max will be a 200 in terms of the 10. But yeah, they're going to have they'll have the 7, which is going to be longer than the 700 NG. They have the 8, which is longer than the 8 NG, and they'll have the 9, which is longer than the 9 NG. Which you can get longer than the 9 NG because that thing is huge. But yeah, no, Chris. Approach joined Rail. I wish I had joined Rail, but I don't have the branding as per se Approach Medium. He definitely has a very well built channel, so as per always, there's something stuck in my throat, which is nice. Now, I was looking earlier today at a topic on the Trainz forum. It's the Quebec Central Railroad, and I'm trying to figure out what types of railroad track he used. I really do like the tracks he was using. They look more rough and beaten up and whatnot, and I want to use them more. So I'm going to probably be replacing a lot of this track here with the track I was looking at on the topic as soon as I can figure it out, because it looked really nice. I'll show you guys before I go real quick later on in the stream. Not sure what we're going to do. I didn't really plan anything in particular, but I did want to get a stream out because tomorrow I'm going to be busy and next week I'm gone. Yeah, I feel like they would they do something in terms, and I wouldn't mind joining Rail. Like I said, it would be nice, but I don't think they have any desire to associate themselves with a channel that's called Boeing Fan, so that's all right. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe one day they'll ask for me to join their team, but I don't think that. they would look to do anything up that line. Hold on a sec. My apologies, guys. I'm just tired of trying to clear my throat on stream with my mouth less than, 5 inches from the mic, so try not to gross you guys out terribly. Hey, Single Turbo, 4-door, welcome to the live stream. I haven't seen you around here before, so welcome. Always nice to see new faces. So, like I said, I think we're gonna go ahead and do this scrapyard up here. Work on it for a little bit, see where we can get. Can't say we're probably gonna detail the heck out of it, but might be able to get something. In terms of everything I have in my personal use or my actual railroad, the Carrabassett Valley. Well, I appreciate you watching, sir, and glad you were able to finally catch a live version. Must be a... I personally, just being me, I won't go back and watch my streams because I would find that annoying to sit there and listen to me babble on for just days. I think it's one actually. Oh, I know why. PI. Out of everything, I mean, Jointed Rails engines are the external models are extremely well detailed. They are very great models. The only thing that I haven't been able to figure out is in cab interiors. None of my engines for Jointed Rail have cab interiors. That includes the Guilford GP7 and or it's GP9. I'm sorry, the Guilford GP9 and the HLCX SD60. I know there's a way to go and actually get the cab models into the trains. It's just I haven't been able to figure it out or actually get them in. So I've just been stuck with cabless models, which kind of sucks. You know, you get that nice looking of a an engine, and it doesn't even include a CAD model, so it's kind of a disappointment. And yeah, no, Turbo, that's kind of what I do. You know, I'll watch Approach Medium while I'm building, or I'll, watch another person while I'm building, just trying to get an idea, or I'll watch, kind of other train sim related videos, or scroll through the scroll through the forums. Jointed Rail. I have no idea why my voice is so dry tonight. Jointed Rail is basically, if you're familiar with, to put it to you this way, if you're into the flight sim world, maybe. Yeah, if you are familiar with PMDG, I guess Jointed Rail is Train Sim's PMDG in terms of everything. You know, they create a lot of nice-looking trains models, like a lot of my rolling stock that I have just sitting around. You know, that's the Jointed Rail. They have a lot of building models, like no. They have a lot of the models I have, like this 40-foot container trailer, or this small little shop. Very, very nice, crisp models. Distant Signal. I've heard of him. I haven't particularly watched him yet. So I'm assuming he's probably along the lines of Approach Medium, but I mostly go through the forums and see what other people are doing. Like I said, I was mentioning earlier the Quebec Central Railroad that some guy is building and whatnot. It looks incredible. It's more of a 1950 style, older, very early diesel, Central Pacific based. Hey, RMD 2023. But there is a lot of steam use. Like I said, I'll show you guys real quick. Actually, just because I want to see if maybe any of you guys know. I do apologize, but I am going to show you right now real quick. Yeah, I was just about to say Chicago. I believe Chris, he's only on Trainz Mobile. But just 1 second. We are going to go to Trainz Forum. Because I want to show you guys one of the just the topic that I'm looking at, just because it is a very beautiful. There it is, the Quebec Central prototypical route of 1969. Oh, apparently my live stream is offline. I don't know what's up with my internet tonight. But basically, if I can find some photos here, of course, it ain't in the first topic or the first page. Okay, yeah, no, I was just looking at it on my phone and it had gone offline. Let me see here. Gotta load the photos. There it is. So yeah, this is some of the work on the line in particular, and of course he added to the photos and whatnot. But these tracks right here, I don't know what tracks those are, but I want them because they look so darn good. If it would change pages, because I know later on down the line of this thread here, you get to see a better look at the rails, and they just look really good. If it would load. I think there was one page in particular. Let's see if I can't find it. Yeah, that's a better look. You can just see kind of the dirtier look of it and whatnot. And you go to page 14. Yeah, no, the grass splines really start to get to me and whatnot. I was using them in one of the areas I just built. Jesus, even as people didn't see that. But yeah, just side note, these tracks, they're so good looking, and I need to find out what tracks they are, because I'm gonna definitely spam them through the route. I mean, you can kind of see how each tie looks different and whatnot, and it just looks good, really, really good. Because it was a junction point that he had built somewhere around here. I think it's right around here on the next page. It's gonna be like right around here. Either that or the next page. Yep, next page. Yeah, no, and I mean even mainline usage, because this track isn't incredibly the best. You know, I make it nice because even they got, like I said, I forget what those are called, but you know, just very nice, crisp detail on these rails. You can see it all throughout. But I just love the work and detail he put in this line, and I'm trying to not copy in any stretch of the imagination, but trying to, take a lot of inspiration. Like right here, you can. It just looks so detailed and actually realistic compared to my line and whatnot. And he has a dirt base, which I prefer the dirt base over the ballast because it just seems a little bit more realistic for kind of northern Maine and for here, Quebec. For central Quebec, Canada. So it just seems more realistic in terms of having ballast everywhere, which you wouldn't find unless you get down more towards Maine or coastal Maine. It still has that ballasty look, but it looks like more dirt and whatnot. But yeah, so I don't know if anyone's able to kind of maybe find out what that name of the track is, or maybe I already have it in my folder, which actually wouldn't be a bad idea to go look real quick. If you all aren't opposed to that, because if that's the case, then we are uprooting tracks real quick. Yeah, no, I mean, you don't really even have to have a super PC, just something that with a good graphics card and extra memory to burn and whatnot. So, I'm very, very hesitant on what I'm going to be putting my Trainz onto. I might keep it on my laptop just so it's mobile, and just take everything else off of it and just kind of keep this for flight sim charts. Because, like I said, when I get my new desktop, I'm going to still have the laptop. It's just a lot of my other stuff, like my flight sim and my truck sim, or like Euro Truck and American Truck, are going to be coming off the laptop and going onto the desktop. I think in terms of editing, I would like to have X-Plane on or Trainz on here, or on my, whenever I get the new desktop. But at the same time, I don't know. Just still have a long ways to go. I don't really know, but I just want to try and find that track real quick. Nice rusty rails. I could use that somewhere. Lightly rusted track. That's not what I'm looking for. That ain't it either. Sorry, guys. I just kind of want to see if I have those, because if I do, that would really make my day. Ooh, but I have a nice little bridge. Oh, I'll have to use that at some point. No, I know it doesn't really have ballast. Is it a pine track? Nope, that's not what I thought it was going to be. Nice little bridge. No, that's something else, but that's not a bad looking track either. Norfolk track. Nope. Just makes me wonder what track it is. Yeah, I'm totally gonna use this everywhere. This is how the Carrabassett Valley Railroad's gonna be. Just pine track everywhere. Sorry, I was just looking at the chat real quick. Like I said, I hate for this to be a part of the episode or the stream, but it's got to be somewhere. It's got to be somewhere. No, that's something else. Man. No, that's Inviso track. Coal 1435. That's just rails. K&M Rail IN. Yeah, that's definitely not it. JR Steel Tie. That's the jointed rail track. JR MS Pink Terrain. Light gray. No. No. Lightly used. No, it's none of these jointed rail tracks. Definitely not that. Ooh, that's some nice track for kind of an abandoned area. Yeah, no, a lot of these tracks are really old. You can just tell. Generic track crossing. Generic stone bridge. I'm running out of track. Stony Creek Bridge. That's a nice little bridge. Wouldn't really fit anywhere out here, but CO track only. No. No, this just doesn't make sense to me. It's got to be one of these. Oh, definitely not. I think that's the default tracks. Definitely not going to be any of those. Definitely not asphalt and steel. That it is relatively nice, though. I'll have to keep that in mind for somewhere. Ash pit. That's something different. What's that? That's a fence. Joining rail track only. Nope. What in the world is it? 2-track wood? Oh, well, that's going to make double lines so much easier. Would have known that was there. 1-track fabricated. Definitely not it. Track dusty. Well, I think I'm determining it's not in here. Aggregate. It's got to be below. It's got to be down this way. Is this it? I think I was already here. Kind of what I'm looking for, just a little bit. Yeah, hey, it's along the lines. Kind of looks like what I was using. The real question is, no, because the junctions would work properly. But this is kind of along the lines what I'm looking for, I think. That's not some bad track right there. Like I said, the junctions, they work. I'm probably going to call it here in a minute. Yeah, it's probably not in here. Although, wait a second. No, that's not it. These tracks look nice. But not the ones I'm looking for. Alright, well, I'll have to figure out what those are, because that's going to bother me. I just don't have them here at all. What are you? Yep. Oh well. Back to what we were doing. But yeah, if any of you can figure out what the heck that track is, let me know, because definitely want it in the line. So this is going to be the scrap facility. It's pretty much just going to basically pick up just scrap. Probably going to be double track. In terms of what I want up here, I don't really know specifically, or what I want in here. We'll obviously do scrap. At a rate of probably, we could probably do a rate of 7,700, and we'll just out at 90, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And the name for this scrapyard, Mariah's Pass. Is that a payware route? Pretty sure it is. If I could do rail fanning on this laptop, Chris, I most certainly would. But unfortunately, this laptop can barely run Trainz just like it is. So I'd have to wait until my laptop is a bit more up to speed. And given the fact that it's a payware route, I really can't go out and, I'm really having to budget a lot lately. I can't go out and buy that computer that I'm looking at right yet because I need to save up for it. Because next year I'm looking at getting a place of my own, so that's going to be a pretty, that's going to be a lot of money. So my girlfriend's chipping in for a desktop, but still, I still have to save up a good chunk of it. And hey, Dylan, how you doing? We needed to call. Well, I'm in a live stream, man. Probably Flagstaff scrap. Or no, I want this to be. I named it already. Let me see. It's Bickford scrap. That's right. I was about to name it Bickford scrap. But so there's Bickford scrap. Plop this right here. Move it over just a little bit. Lower it to about there. Come in with these track here. Hey Sean, how you doing? Drag this a little further back. Like so. Doing all right, just enjoying my first day off. Probably gonna go downstairs later and play some NASCAR, just because why not at this point. But just trying to get this scrapyard built. All right, Chicago. Have a good night, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for dropping by. Is that rail going over? I want to say yes, it is. I want to say yeah, it is. That rail is going over the track. Now, how would I fix that? Because it's going to hit that and just derail the train. Yeah, Dylan, I will get to you later, man. If I get on. Actually, what I want to do is grab this. Now grab those. Delete you real quick. Come over. Straighten this out. But plop this here. Delete that. No, I didn't want to do that. Holy crap, what am I doing? And then there. My pet peeve when building is when, you know, I built this whole nice, I think something like this, you know, I built this really nice yard and stuff like that, and I'm sitting there and, you know, I got everything all done up, and then I realized that where I built it is in the incorrect location because there's actually a town right there. Or I think last episode I was building and I was dragging the staging yard or the classification yard track all the way down. I got it all connected. I'm like, oh cool, you know, finally got it all done, and then all of a sudden Trainz just quits. So I guess that's kind of my two biggest pet peeves, are when, you know, it kind of, you know, my autosave, or the save bugs out, so I have to go into my autosave and see, you know, how up to date it is, and then, you know, if it's not completely up to date, then I gotta, you know, redo the work I did and try to replicate it, and yes, I am. I'm on Tane, so. Hey Dylan, you should probably play NASCAR, not F1, because NASCAR superior race. Just saying, just saying, just saying. Don't hate. You should also work at Lambert Airport, like me, Dylan, because I saw some 727s and you didn't. So I'm just saying. Just saying. Alrighty, so I guess that's kind of the basis for the yard right now. In terms of what we're gonna place, let's take a look at the derelict. Oh, that's not what I want to be. Derelict building. Yep, this is gonna be in the scrapyard right here. This whole building just got scrapped. Ugh. Yeah, that's another issue, is when I'm trying to do like foliage work and my sim is just taking a I won't say that on the stream, but it can be a real pain in my butt. Try to watch my language when I'm streaming. Try to remain as family friendly as possible. I think this would be like a nice little building within the scrapyard. I don't know where I'm going to put it though. Maybe over here by the gate. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Or yeah, my thing lags so much that sometimes when I go to click on something, it just doesn't want to register it. I mean, Boeing fans, all the jointed rail freeware down below on Tane. I mean, pretty much all my freeware content from jointed rail works. I had to kind of, after I installed it, I had to download it. So that way, I would download what's the word I'm looking for? Dependencies and whatnot, so it would work within Tane. Because for the longest time, my center beams they wouldn't work. These center beams wouldn't work. They have their own load though, so I really can't use them. When I'm running industry to industry, because I can't get these these loads, and I can't add my own in, because then you see it kind of does that, which sucks because that's a lot of the jointed rail cars in general. So just really kind of bothers me a little bit. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was right here. Derelict barrel. Derelict boxcar. Oh yeah, you want that here. Just all gross and grimy and rusted, and that doesn't even look like it belongs here in the United States, so we're going to delete that. Nope, see you, Chris. Have a good night, sir. Oh, there's some matches in this car, too. It's not going to be next week. I'll be in Kansas next week, so the next stream is going to be end of May. Last Tuesday of May. So it's definitely going to be a while. I'll just kind of put these pipes kind of like right over here. Right next to the building. Just kind of looks like it would fit this area a little bit. See you, Chris. Wow, they even gone as far to add a Coca-Cola can on the ground. I was going to say, if there's an interior to this building, I'm going to be very concerned. But no. But yeah, no, these center beams, they look nice, and I definitely love having the center beams in use. It's just they're kind of a pain, honestly. Like I said, they don't really. I can't really use them functionality wise, other than like I said, just looks. Because I can't pull them up to one of these tracks and then load them up, and these multi-industry tracks are a pain to program and get them to work, and most of the time they don't even work. So yeah, it can be cumbersome to get stuff to work sometime. Yeah, I can't even. I'm gonna have to figure out how to program stuff, and because I have industries down here that are going to coincide. This scrap industry is going to take scrap cars and drop them off at a Flagstaff yard. So they're going to take the gondolas to Flagstaff Yard, and they're going to take the gondolas from Flagstaff all the way up to Lac-Mégantic, to where they'll be taken to a local steel mill, and the steel probably going to be brought back down the line. So there's going to be a lot of interchange with the gondolas going up and the steel cars going down, and the steel cars will be taken to Portland, and vice versa. I think for now, until I decide to extend the line to Rumford, I'm going to probably drag this track out another mile or two and then put a portal until I decide to continue the line down to Rumford, Maine, which is another 36 miles of track, keep in mind. And it's pretty much just track. There might be an industry or two along the way, but it's just 36 miles of shared track with Pan American and Carrabassett, predominantly Pan Am. So, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was going back up this way to the scrapyard. Also, there's going to be a few other industries along this line, which... this was the bridge I put in place over the North Branch Dead River. This little truss. I don't know if that was featured last episode, but yeah, I ended up just placing this little truss, which I might end up removing and swapping it out for that 24, which actually I think I'm going to do now, unless you guys like it, unless you like this little truss right here. But I did download that 24-foot truss, which is right, or 24-story truss, which is right here, which I think would kind of make more sense in the area. Which, yeah, I think we'll go ahead and use that. I'll delete that, and if you guys think we should use the truss bridge, I'm sorry, this is a trestle. I was calling it a truss, wasn't I? Yeah, I was calling that a truss. And there we go. So yeah, this looks a little bit better. This trestle coming across. I was going to say, trestle truss, I really don't think, I mean, I know the difference, but I don't think it's going to matter to you guys too terribly much what I call it. As long as I'm not calling it suspension. Perch pole track. Yep, still not making its way in. So, oh yeah, but other industries. Trestle. But for industries here in Eustis, we have Bickford Scrap, which we're building right here. This is Bickford Scrap. We're going to do G&T Shipping, and then we'll have the Hammond Lumber Company. Just a couple of different places. As for those, I'll just kind of plop them down here to show you what I'm thinking. So for G&T Shipping, I'm thinking, where did it go? I think it was a generic. Where is it? Not loading rack. Not the freight house. Uh-oh, I lost it. Rail loading dock? Nope. Where did they go? Uh-oh, I lost it. I didn't lose it, I just forgot the name. Crap, what was it? It was that green building. I mean, it's pretty sad when people can't spell in general. 100-foot rail overpass. I gotta use that somewhere. Crap. I forgot the name. Transfer warehouse. There it is. Yeah, this thing. This will probably be a G&T shipping. I don't know where we're going to place that. Probably going to place that more down in the town, more towards Stratford. And then for lumber, I'll probably also use this somewhere as well. It looks nice, but we'll use that somewhere else. As for the other lumber facility, Hammond Lumber, retail lumber shed. Does it have a name? Yeah, we'll probably use that as part of the building for this facility, but that's something else. Generic shop, locating barn, freight house, entrance dump truck, Diamond River coal mine, cold water lumber. Oh yeah, this was the one that we'll use for that area, just because I like how the track comes up in the middle here with the center beams. So we definitely use that a little bit further up the line. So, but yeah, that's just kind of what I'm planning out in terms of that. Uh-oh, it froze. Okay. So we'll probably extend this out a little bit more, because I'm going to come back in my off time and really try to get a good-looking area. Actually, you know what? We're gonna shoot up north real quick, because I did also want to look here at this area, this little part of Canada. We are now in Canada. This part of the line. Yeah, I was just wondering if he'd tackled it lately and whatnot. Not that I'm worried at all. Just kind of curious as of what you got going on and whatnot. But like I said, whenever you get there, fine by me. I kind of made a big deal out of this Carrabassett Valley Railroad, and I kind of at the time had just assumed that this would be a CNR meet point for where they'd kind of switch off the consist and whatnot, because I kind of had planned for the CNR to come down to here, Guilford to come up to here, and they'd kind of switch around the freight, and then they would continue on to the respective areas. But kind of have changed my mind about that, so I think we're going to delete the flags, because there's really no purpose to have these flags. What locos are on those? Are those on the siding? These up here are, I think, RR mods. Guilford Rail Systems GP40-2s. Nice models and whatnot. Really realistic. Yeah, GP40-2 for the Guilford Rail System. They only have the Boston and Maine titles on the side, which I wish it would be Maine, Central, Boston and Maine, and Guilford, but primarily this is the engines I grew up around. You know, this was Maine. This is home to me. You know, these engines right here, and they sound just like home. They look just like they would in real life. Even the weathering's pretty well, and they come in 3 different schemes. Can't get these Mars Light to work, but I can move this over just a little bit. You can see they have different texturing and whatnot. You know, 3 being kind of, 1 being the darker of the few, 2 being kind of a little more worn, and 3 being very, very weathered and whatnot. And I like that. I guess there's different texture selection factors, you know, and you can kind of, I don't know, I've never really played around with it much, but like I said, Guilford was my home. Now it's Pan American, so they're all, I wouldn't say they're all disappearing rather quickly, but you know, they're starting to go away. But then I have this Guilford GP40, or I'm sorry, yeah, GP40-2W. Have a GP9 high hood, front jointed rail. And I have a U18B main central, which they all, they work together, but you can definitely tell payware versus freeware. That's kind of the only Guilford content I have. But for this area in particular, I think this is just going to be another kind of siding point, or a point for trains to kind of wait for each other to pass and whatnot, because this is mostly, like I said, this track's mostly all single line. So we're going to have trains kind of come along here and switch up, and this will be, some extra units that, aren't continuing on into Canada. I'll just leave this little siding. I don't know if now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I'm going to specifically leave engines on this siding and whatnot. We'll wait and see, but that's just what we're doing for now. And I want to change this, this switch to a main line. Yeah, have like a little shack over here. With a Jeep. I don't know what that's going to be specifically used for. Yeah, I'll probably do that. So, and then we'll have the line meet here. I'm probably gonna change the name in specific, but this is the Canadian entry point. Come along. I'm definitely gonna be swapping this building out for a more rural scene. I thought this was gonna be kind of a other town, but I think I'm gonna switch it out for crap. What was it? Crew? No. Sorry, I hate to jump around, but I forget the house name, and it's sitting right over here on this part of the line. It's right here. Okay, nope. That Eastern Wine Pine's hitbox is so huge. Alright, go away. Company house, okay. Alright, yeah, it's a company house. Probably throw a couple of those up that way. Because I really have neglected to do much work up at this portion of the line, and, I've made it all the way down to Eustis, and that's cool. But I really would like to get up to Frontenac and start kind of maybe completing track layage before I really start tackling anything else. So kind of put some of these crew houses in here that I think I picked up from the erecting hall, which I will be 100% honest. The first time I ever visited or heard of the erecting hall, I had to do a double take when I first saw the name of it, because I could have swore to God it said erection hall. And I swear to God, I could have swore it said that the first time I saw it, but it was late at night, and I wasn't completely 100% awake, and I was just scrolling through when I passed by the website name, and I'm like, did I see that correctly? And I went back, and sure as hell, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense. So it was just funny at the time. But I think I'm going to put these kind of small little company houses in here with a small little kind of dirt road. I don't know the whole purpose of them yet. I will come up with a kind of a backstory for them in the future here. But I don't think it'd be a terrible idea to have these houses kind of sitting around, especially this one. I might use this more towards the back of the community. Just the smoke kind of kills me. Exactly. It's just like I just caught the name And I was just like, what in the world was that? And I don't even know the well, these houses, it's not really going to be like an official township and whatnot. It's just going to be kind of along. This is now. Let me see. We just crossed the border into Canada along State Route 27. If I could get over that way, there it is. So we just crossed the border, and we're near more along the lines of a Saint Augustine de Woburn. Woburn, yeah. So we're along, just came on State Route 27. Now we're on, I think it's Highway 161, or, Quebec Route 161, more or less. And 161, I believe, yeah, it leads up into Lac Méganic. So, and the road's kind of going, the road shoots west for a while, so we're shooting north there. We're going to hook back up with 161 about from our current location. It's going to be about another about 2.5 miles before we see this road again. So, but this isn't, it's kind of middle of nowhere, kind of a crossing outpost, kind of for I don't know what Canada has in terms of border control. I figure it's just someone sitting there going, you can't come into Canada, eh? Something like that, but hold on a sec. But I think we'll just have it. These houses kind of serve that purpose. Ooh, a nice little blue house too. To add a little variety. Sorry, receiving text message from a family friend. But so that's just kind of what these houses are going to be used for. So there's a pink house. Oh my god. I think we will not add that one to avoid embarrassing said employee. I think the blue house is enough. I think we're going to move them a little bit further from the wall. Just give them a little yard. I'll put this guy kind of right here, a little bit set further back. Kind of right up against the road. Just a little weird community and whatnot. Everything kind of, all the houses were just quickly, cheaply built. All kind of look the same, kind of a couple differences. A couple might have a porch or, a little extension on the back of the house. I will throw in the pink house. I will find the pink house again. We'll add it over, put it right over here. There's the pink house. This is now Sean's house. There. And this is now your house, Sean. As for a road, crap, what was that road name? Jump back all the way down the line. right here. Road 6-meter continuous line. So this is now Sean's house up here. In whatever town name Canada this is. Like I said, probably not even going to have a town name. Probably just slide this. Oh yeah, that didn't work. There we go. And no, trust me, there's going to be houses like right up against you. It's pretty much just going to loop. So you have a big yard for right now, but the next few minutes, probably not. Oh, this is your summer house. We'll make this. Yeah, I don't have an unmarked version of this road, but I will find one. Just because it would make a little more sense. It would make a little more sense to have an unmarked version. It's like owning an unmarked police car. Ruining the lives of everyone. Yeah, I mean, it's semi-rural if you want to go there. Okay, yeah, we won't do that. We'll just edge you up against the... right there. I don't think I have... yeah, I'd have to go and download it if they have a an unmarked version. But are you? I don't know if you were here earlier when I was talking about it, but are you familiar with the Quebec Central prototypical route on the Trainz forums? Because I've been looking at that Quebec Central thread for quite a few days now. Fairly impressed with it. It's very nice looking route, and I can't wait to use it for myself whenever that time comes around. But I was wondering if you knew what kind of track he was using to build on his line in that particular route, because I am trying to find out what track that is to use it on the Carrabassett Valley Railroad. And I figure you're probably amongst the better people I know within the community that could possibly answer that question with either a factual yes or factual no. So but yeah, it's pretty much just houses that are gonna wrap around. It's just this like little tiny community of workers' houses from back in the day when the area was more logging and whatnot. This was kind of a central logging community that has since come and gone. Now the houses are used for they were used briefly for railroad workers. I think during the 70s and 80s, and then Guilford kind of just used them as a... they were using them for, looks like some kind of bulk track. Can't say I'm familiar with that. Yeah, I was trying to figure that out. I'm going to take a look through the download station later and see if I can't particularly find it, or I'll... probably best idea is to leave a comment on that thread or go through that whole thread. It's only 24, 25 pages long as far as I can recall. So that's probably the best time to go take a comb through, is when it's still relatively small, and try to find out what kind of track he's using, because I would love to have those track in my line. So yeah, these houses, like I said, used by the lumber companies early in the 50s when the line was first built. I'm sorry, the 60s? Yeah, it would be in the 60s. And then they were bought by the railroads. And then this was used for railroad employees. Then later it was used for just storage, and now they are, people live here, a couple people, just regular people live here, but now they're primarily used by Border Patrol agents or whatever Canada's equivalent to that is. So, like I said, I'm not too familiar with what Canada has in terms of border control. Maybe the Mounties or something like that. But basically law enforcement. Gonna leave a couple lots open in between, just kind of maybe like, space these two out, but, kind of put them all together. So put another pink house in the mix. Flag stop platform. Let me see. Anyone in particular? What are you? No, you're just something else. Let me see. Let's just type in platform and see what I can't find. And danger sign. Well. Stay. That's not what I wanted. Station. I think I had a station here, and I was going to use it for. Yeah, I did have a station here for a little while. How big are you? Not the best looking, and it has a name on the front. CP medium. Oh, no, I don't want to keep plopping. I think it's a little too big. Yeah, it's a little too big. There was a station I was using. Maybe it was up here. Still a little too big for what I need, what I want. Flag station. It's probably something along these lines, huh? What should we name this station? Probably something Canadian. What is the name of this road? Rodriguez. There we go. Airfill station. Airfill station. Yeah, no, right here. Probably ain't going to use this particular station for passenger operations, but you know, you kind of get the idea and whatnot. Just this little outpost now. But this is Lac Rodrigue. You know, and have our little crossing right here with those weird Canadian crossbucks. Sure, they say the same thing about our crossbucks, though, that they're weird. Yeah, it doesn't get more Canadian than this. And Irving, right there with a just a little gas station. Petersburg station. Oh, I like that. Nice little station. Shakespeare station. That's nice. Stratford station. Oh, that's big. Probably gonna use that in Lac-Mégantic for the line to continue down to Eustis, the kind of the tourist train. Then from Eustis, it'll probably continue on to Portland. Definitely not incredibly fast, but yeah, definitely think about using that down in Lac-Mégantic. Proto. Ah. Yeah, that makes a little more sense. CNR yard office, Stratford. But yeah, so that's pretty much that. So we'll come back over here to these little houses. Kind of looks cute. I don't know. It's just me, though. Click on you, company 3B. Plop one or two of you in. Probably pop another one on the corner over here. Uh, 3A, that is the White House. Not the White House, but the White House. I'll probably plop another tan house across the street just because it is a little different. And tan's not a bad color. Probably throw in one more. No, I don't want any more tan houses. How about another blue house? It's the White House. Your yard's not. I mean, you still got the back area. You just kind of got to take the property line and draw it back, and then, you know, there's no one going in on this side, so just mowing is going to be difficult. I had a greenhouse. Yeah, there it is. We'll throw in the greenhouse. Got the White House, got the greenhouse. Now if we had a house on fire, it'd be the firehouse. What were you? You were the D. So 3D. There we go. Throw in another greenhouse over here. I think I'll leave that blank. Throw in another tan house right here. You may as well be. And probably another White House right here. We'll just call that good with the White House. So there, we got this little community of houses. This guy's got it made right over here. You know, he doesn't have a neighbor here, doesn't have a neighbor over there. But I might throw another neighbor in just because 2 white houses is right next to each other. Don't really want to give a pink house. Blue's too close. We'll go tan just because. And we'll make it this tan. There. Slave site. No, I don't know who they were from. I just remember I got them for the erecting hall. Also, how do I change that traffic? Because I've seen people be able to change the cars on the road to actually fit, you know, more modern traffic. But I actually haven't been able to figure out how to do that. So on this track, quite a fair bit actually. I don't really know if we have any daily consist. I haven't quite developed a schedule more or less, but it's a relatively busy track. Get a lot of connecting freight going from CN and CMQR from Lac-Méganic to down to Eustis, Maine, and then connecting onto Portland. Just provides a quicker route. In terms of that, what I mean is there's a few videos where I've seen in particular. Oh, I broke it. But like, no, I really broke it. Like these cars in particular. Oh God. But like these cars are driving around, but on the roads, and I don't know how they get these kind of cars because it'd be nice to see a little Ford Ranger and. Whatnot. I don't know if that's something I have to download or whatnot, but it'd just be nice to see, you know, actual kind of realistic traffic. Subaru. Nice Subaru. But just, you know, region. Is it route? Oh, yeah. Region. United States glory years. Yeah, I get those cars, and I mean they're all right, but they aren't what I'm looking for in terms of, you know, these cars. But I guess they're all right, you know. I just see people being able to use this kind of traffic, and it just makes me wonder. Yeah, I'll take a look through. What in the world? Yeah, because that's totally gonna be driving around Maine. Totally gonna be driving around Maine. Nissan Primera. Oh yeah. New York City bus. Bedford truck. Around. But yeah, so ambulance. Oh. But yeah, so I'll take a look later and see what I find, because I've seen people use those specific cars and whatnot, and I'm just like, I want those cars, especially because that's supposed to resemble a Crown Victoria. Trunk is a little small, but the grill's a little wide, but fits the bill. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, but yeah, so we got this little community here. And the track comes along. Just kind of comes along. I don't know why there's a switch point there. Comes along, kind of turns back to the left, and then it just kind of ends. I have not touched this section of track for a long time. It's been quite some time before I've kind of edited this portion of track. But looking at it, I think I've been going for quite a while. I know I really didn't accomplish anything too great, but you know, we get the idea of what's going on lately and what I'm intending to do. Probably going to smooth out a couple of these corners, like this weird little straight bit of track and then that kind of weird corner. Can I do that now? Yes, I can. Sweet. Still a little sharp in my opinion, though. There we go. But anyways, guys, I'm probably going to call it there for now. I will work on downloading a new road. I kind of like the little yellow stripe, but yeah, I'll try to find one that's without the yellow stripe. But yeah, like I said, I've just kind of a little beat today. Not really up to my old usual tricks, or up to par anyways, but if you guys have any suggestions of what you'd like to see next time, please let me know. I will be more than happy to see what I can do for you. Other than that, I think we're pretty much going to call it that. Just kind of exhausted a little bit. Can't tell you why. But yeah, like I was showing you guys earlier, if you're able to figure out what that track name is before I get to next episode, if I can't figure it out by next episode, if any of you guys know, let me know. Not a bad looking unit. But anyways, guys, appreciate y'all for watching. And like I said, if you like what you saw, please comment, rate, subscribe. Sorry it wasn't a terribly long episode. Do always check out the Trainz discussion forum. I'm down here. You get to the forum, get to this nice little fancy page. And you scroll down to screenshots, click on it. Scroll down a little ways. Might not be at the top all the time, but if you see WIP, Carrabassett Valley Railroad, that's my topic, Down Easter 207, and that's me. So you come on in. Alright, Turbo, I'll catch you later, man. You get my little spiel on the CBVR, and you'll see kind of some exclusive photos of what I'm doing in the line. Like this thread was the first to know about the little country scene I was building along the line before you guys were able to see it tonight. So if you want to see some kind of exclusive content, like see right here, here's a photo that I posted from the railroad, or from my work before you guys saw it. So like I said, if you want to see some exclusive shots, please do think about coming over here to the Trainz discussion forums and taking a look at my little forum post here. Anyways, guys, I will catch you possibly tomorrow. Not set in stone, but we'll wait and see. If not, I will catch you all 2 weeks from now with hopefully some good progress. Thank you all for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and talk to you later. See ya.